boxing socials, we do what we do. I mean, we respect that. We do what we do. And, we keep it moving forward. We just tell the public what's what. If you don't like it, then y'all don't like it. But don't tell me about no Mayweather, dude. But go ahead. I'm going to let you go ahead. Get your words in.
You've been done, son. You've been done since Margarito, man, messed him up. Scrambled his eggs.
Okay. You don't like Cotto.
What's the boy?
You didn't like the Cotto fight.
In fact, y'all scrambled his eggs some more. So when Mayweather beat him, he should have fought him back when he was at 140 pounds. When he got 140 pounds, he should have fought him there. But he didn't fight him there. He waited until he got all the way back when he's at the end of his age. So Mayweather's smart. He's smart. I ain't gonna knock that. He's smart. Because he should have fought these guys a long time ago.
Okay.
He should have fought back when he was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't beat Margarito.
He ain't try to fight him?
When he had a chance, he got out. He could have fought Margarito, but he got out. And then.
Oh, okay. Well, he didn't try to fight him either?
After that.
He didn't try to fight him?
No, after that, who did he fight after?
He fought Paul Williams.
He fight Margarito and beat him. And then he dropped Paul Williams. Because they both was with the homeboys, Al Heyman and whatnot. So they didn't even get in the ring. I mean, I'm just saying, Mayweather smart, he got his money, and that's how he makes his money. But he was ducking fighters, man. Don't say he wasn't ducking no fighters. The dude was ducking fighters, man.
Oh, okay. He ducking fighters. Alright, so that's where we at, right? He was ducking fighters. Alright. We cut him right off. We got everything we needed out of him. Now let me answer your question. Okay. The first thing he was talking about was what? Cotto. That's what he's talking about. Cotto wasn't durable. He wasn't a competitor. He was all beat up from the Margarito fight. Cotto wasn't the same fighter. No, he wasn't the same fighter. But was he an improved fighter? I think he was better off with the trainer that he had this time than he would have been had he came in with his uncle training him. He was still dog meat. The old Miguel Cotto isn't what was helping him. It was him going back to some boxing roots, using a bit of feints, and cutting off the ring exceptionally well as he did. The fact that the Margarito fight took a toll on him, yes, it did. I think it did. I mean, you can't deny that. But at the same time, this is the same guy Manny Pacquiao just tried to fight recently. Mayweather just outbid him. So what is you talking about? You see what I'm saying? What is you talking about? You making 1 point for one guy when the other guy just did the same thing. He just tried to fight Miguel Cotto again. So if he's done, why is Manny Pacquiao trying to fight him also? You see? They got no response for that. And so I'm going to put this out for the general public so they all can see. These are the type of questions that I get. It's a lot of stupidity going on in the world. And what are you talking about? Margarito's next? First of all, who did Margarito beat? Did he beat any of the ex-champions at 147 pounds? Go to BoxRec, look up Margarito's record. And you tell me who was his most notable win. His most notable win was Kermit Cintron. He kept beating up Kermit Cintron. So that made him the man, I guess. And people thought he was dangerous. He beat up a cab driver named Golden Johnson. And he didn't fight Zab Judah. Zab Judah was the unified champion. Did he ever fight Zab Judah? No. Never fought Zab Judah. Did he fight Carlos Balderman? No, he never fought Carlos Balderman. Balderman beat Judah. If he's the #1 contender, why isn't he fighting these guys? He beat Kaladi at that weight. Kaladi was beating him till he injured his hands. So he got his hand raised, but other than that, what did he do with it? He didn't go nowhere. So how was Mayweather ducking this guy? Mayweather said, look, pay me this amount of money and I'll fight him. And they didn't do it. He got more money to fight Balderman than he did to fight him. But he was trying to fight Mosley then. Because you brought that point up too, like he ducked Mosley. Nobody ducked Mosley. Mosley ducked out for the money, but nobody blamed Shane Mosley for going for money. But when Floyd go for money, oh, he ducking. Shane was ducking Floyd for 2-3 weight classes. The fight supposed to be happening. And when it happened, Shane would have been the same results. Shane would have been shut out because he cannot fight a guy who boxes. Everybody who was boxers gave him fits in the ring. Why you think he lost to Winky Wright? Why you think he lost to Vernon Forrest? If you could box, you could beat Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley don't jab at all. He's a power slugger. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to come with the game. If you want to talk this boxing and want to talk about these facts, let's talk about these facts. Paul Williams on the undercard of the Bowling fight. Okay? He was still coming up in the ranks. So how did Floyd Mayweather duck him? He fought Oscar De La Hoya, and you mean to tell me this guy went from an undercard to the end of 2007, he was somebody to be ducked at 147 in a year? Are you crazy? Paul Williams barely brand new to the game in 06. In 07, he's the man. Are you kidding me? That's like somebody else saying Manny Pacquiao ducking Jose Benavidez Jr. You know, that's just stupid. You don't even mention it. Paul Williams was nowhere at that level. He lost to Quentin Quintana at 147 pounds. Okay, he came back and got his belt back, but once you lose, you throw yourself right out of that money pit. Nobody was talking Paul Williams no more. Nobody was talking Paul Williams no more. Then he left the division and hasn't fought at the division in I don't know how many years, like over 5 years. He ain't had a fight at 147 pounds, but said he can make it for Floyd Mayweather. But you're not fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? Look at his track record. He wasn't fighting nobody. And you know, that Paul, he's a good guy. I respect him and all of that. But as a fighter, as his career, he was a man that couldn't get a fight because once, yeah, he was a bad matchup. But looking at everything in a total whole, is he was just fighting out of his weight class and trying to be like the next Thomas Hearns, but he didn't have any defense. He just kept his head right there. That's why Martinez always was going to capitalize on him and continue right where he left off. But there's more to this. Because I got some more, I got this on YouTube. One of the ladies hit me up asking about Floyd Mayweather, his conditions in jail. Like he shouldn't have did what he should have did to get himself put in jail. That's like the third, fourth time I heard that. Let me tell you this to the ladies. Okay? To the black ladies. Y'all know damn well that this dude didn't come in there and just start beating on her. Stop it. Stop it. Right now. Just stop it. Because it's stupid. Just stop it. You think Floyd Mayweather went in there and started beating on that girl? Y'all really believe Floyd Mayweather just said, I'm going to go in here and start beating on this girl? There's no pictures of her bruised. There's no nothing. Look at the evidence of the case before you say anything else. Y'all saying he must have did something. They arrested him initially for taking her iPhone. Do you realize if Floyd Mayweather had beat that woman, they would have got him that night for domestic abuse? Anybody does that. They came and got Chris Brown what? When? They came and got him immediately after what happened and told him he got to turn himself in. What did they do to Jim Lampley when he beat his girl? They got him immediately. Why? Because they got domestic abuse right there in their face. It's on her face. If they had enough to get domestic abuse on Floyd Mayweather, it wouldn't have took them 7 days, 14 days to build a case. You build a case because all the evidence is substantial. It's hearsay. She went there talking about she's sore. All the lies that was in that police report. See, you got to do the investigation and look at it before you come out and say, well, he shouldn't be hitting on women and stuff like that. I've heard that silliness before. if that was the case, and if he was hitting and beating on that woman, she would have bruises. His hand would have been bruised. They came and arrested him for the iPhone. They took pictures of his hands and everything else. They couldn't even charge him for it. They had to go off the hearsay. They had nothing to go to trial with. But they was going to drag it out anyway, just to mess up his time, his scheduling, everything that he had going, because they got a vendetta against him. They want to get him. This was what they wanted to do for a long time. Las Vegas wanted to get Floyd for a long time, and this is what they used to get him. Okay? 23-hour lockdowns, nasty food trays with roaches been on them. You know, they won't give them bottled water, tell them you got to drink that crap water out the sink. You know, would they done this to any other celebrity? I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, other people more famous than Floyd has been in there. More people had worse cases than Floyd Mayweather and got no jail time. Jim Lampley, Chris Brown, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton. These people doing cocaine, running, stealing out of stores, you know. And I mean, DUIs, they just avoiding court, not even showing up. They get a slap on the wrist. As soon as they go to jail, they get right out in like 3 days. They back outside. Snoop Dogg keep getting busted with weed and guns and everything else, and he ain't serving a day in jail. You know, I hate to name drop everybody. I really do. But I got to bring it to light just to let the people know, my people know, y'all being brainwashed. Wake up. You know, I don't stand for no man beating up a woman. You know, when you gotta, it gets to the point where you gotta put your hands on her, then somebody need to leave. You've already lost. They make you want to knock them out, but you guys gotta realize that if you hit them, you've already lost. You at their mercy now. They got you. So you don't want to ever put yourself in that position. If you feel you got to hit them, somebody got to go. Leave. She can go. You find another one, she found another one. If you ever come to that point, where blows got to be thrown. But I just wanted to clarify that for the people so they can understand when they talking that this is what's really going on.